Raider Nation, what's going on, baby? Watch Raider here for a special video, man. To break down the players who I think we should keep, and also some of the players that's gonna be free agents next season. Well, this season coming up. So we got free agency before the draft, so I think we can address some things before we hit the draft to make it, a little bit more easier. Also, I don't think that Chucky gonna just gut the roster. I don't think he should just gut it. Uh, there's some players I think we should take a second look at. There's some players that I think we maybe should keep, maybe not, and then it's just some players that I don't think we should keep. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Out of the players that I think we should keep, maybe we should keep, or we shouldn't keep. You know, uh, maybe one player from each section, I guess, or however many players you think. Just go ahead and put it down in the comment section what you think the Raiders should do. But this is just what I think the Raiders should do as far as free agency and the free agents that's on our team. That contract is coming up. Everybody that's on the squad contract not coming up. It's only certain players. So it might be a player where you say, we don't need to keep them, but they contract not coming up. So I just think that from my research, these are the players that's free agents now and also NFL free agents upcoming if they teams don't re-sign them. Then there's some that's already on the free agents, but I figured that Chucky, pretty much looked at all them. So I'm just going to go through it, man. You know what I'm saying? I did a little research today and just sat back and thought, hard and just seeing what players could probably fit, what players don't really fit, or what players is kind of like on the borderline. So I'm gonna start with the Raiders free agents first. I'm gonna start with the team players first. Then I'm gonna go to the NFL players. So I got a list, man. I got keepers, maybe, and no. Now we got LaMarcus Joyner and Tyrell Williams. They both got high contracts, but they still under contract. Joyner didn't really have a good season. Tyrell was hurt off and on, you know. Uh, but them players is the players that we committing the most money to that really, really didn't pan out, this year. Uh, I'm not talking about Carr in this conversation, man, at all. I know somebody gonna say, well, man, we'll get rid of Carr. He got the highest cut. Man, I'm not talking about Carr right now, bro. We need to keep Carr as long as we can keep him. Because I'm finna show y'all how the free agent quarterback situation is looking for us, bro. We just gonna have to draft us a QB and maybe get a free agent quarterback. I'm not sure. Or keep Kaiser and draft us a quarterback. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm going to go with my keepers first. So these are my keepers, man. You know what I mean? I didn't list them in any particular order, but here we go. Now, number one. This don't mean this the number one player that we should keep, but number one, Lester Cotton at guard. You know what I'm saying? We won't have to draft. We won't have to look at the draft trying to get so many linemen. My theory is I think we should keep most of the linemen that we have, especially guards. So Lester Cotton, I think he's a keeper. Deion Jordan, I think we should give him another shot. I think he can get in the rotation. I think he showed a little bit of, get up and go to help on the line. I think, Deion Jordan, we could bring him back. Also, Keelan Doss. I just think he don't get enough playing time for him to get better. Right after that, I got David Sharp. He actually played pretty good when he was in there. Sound like he kind of improving a little bit. I think he better than Brandon Parker. David Sharp. Number 5, D. Wash. I think we should look at D. Wash. You know what I'm saying? He had a pretty good season for us. Stepped it up when we needed him. ran hard, uh, didn't make too many mistakes at all, really, that I can remember as far as fumbling and all that. So shout out to D Wash. Also, Denzel Good, tackle. I think we should keep him for depth purposes. Also, Jordan Devy, the veteran guard, Jordan Devy. Think we should look at him. Trying to keep him. After that, I got Will Compton. I mean, he showed me a little something at the end of the year. Maybe keep him for depth purposes, just in case of injuries. C, the long snapper. I mean, if he a good long snapper, we need to keep him. I didn't really see no problems with the long snapping. Uh, and also, Daniel Carlson. I mean, I was looking at the stats. I mean, he had 10 total field goals from 40 to 49 yards. I mean, he missed 4 of them. You know, he missed 4 of them. He missed 2 extra points, and he missed 2 from 50 yards. I just kind of think he's struggling. I just think our offense needs to get better field position if we sputter out. Because, I mean, from 30 to 39 yards, he pretty much perfect. I think it was like 8 for 8 from 30 to 39 yards. So I think that Carlson still got something as a kicker. I don't think we should just give up on Carlson right now and try to go look for another kicker. I just think we should hold on to him. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Maybe bring another kicker in, you know, free agent kicker, you know, for competition. But we already got a good punter, so I think that Carlson, I think he can snap out of it, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he just struggled a little bit, you know, toward the end of the season. And last but not least, man, you already know 42. You know, I think we should definitely keep 42 for depth purposes. And I think he's probably one of the better safeties that we have. You know what I'm saying? I think he's better than Riley. He's better than Levitt. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I just think we should hold on to him. You know what I mean? I think we should just offer him a contract and just see what happens. So those are all my keepers. You know what I'm saying? As far as who's gonna be up, you know, for free agents or you know up to go to another team. But my second category is the maybe players. I'm kind of on the borderline. Now, the number one maybe player for me is Daryl Worley. Now, Daryl Worley, I mean, he is a cornerback, but they moved him to safety, held it down a little bit better. I mean, if they want to switch positions, you know, so maybe he can be a depth player at safety or see what happens. We probably could keep Worley. But I think the number one and number two cornerbacks should be Johnson and Mullen. And if we keep Nevin Lawson, maybe him in the slot. I don't know. I'm not sure if we're going to keep Nevin Lawson. He's actually the next on the list for players that we might should keep. I mean, he showed a little something the last couple games, Nevin Lawson. So I'm kind of, you know, 50-50 on Worley and Lawson. Now, number 3, we got Vontaze Burfict. I mean, look, man, he a good leader, man, good tackler, but he really don't got no speed at the middle linebacker position. So that would be the only reason why I wouldn't think about bringing him back if we could find somebody a little bit quicker. But I'm kind of 50-50 on Vontaze. You know what I'm saying? Number 4 is Isaiah Crowell. I mean, we don't know what he got. He got hurt. I mean, we just don't know. He a question mark. And finally, some people might disagree, but I mean, I put him in the maybe list for the people that's going to disagree. But I think we should try to bring back Nicholas Morrow. I think he's a good linebacker on the run and on blitzing. I mean, he's just not that good in pass coverage. But I think we should think about maybe keeping Morrow. I'm not sure. So those are the 5 players that I think we should keep. I'm kind of 50-50. So next, I got my no list. This is my no list right here, the no list. Now, I got 12 players on this list. I got 11 players on the keeper list, and I got 5 players on the maybe list. So it's pretty even between the no list and the keeper list. I mean, it's pretty even, 11 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to start number 1, Levitt. I don't know. Cameron Hunt, I don't know. Valioga, defensive end. I don't know. Curtis Riley. I don't think so. Rod Smith. I don't think so. Pierre, the defensive end. I don't think so. Tomlinson. I don't know. Peterman. I don't think so. Mike Glennon. I don't think so. Dwayne Harris. I don't think so. Josh Morrow. I don't think so. And Kyle Wilbur. I don't think so. So, hey, if you disagree with anybody on that list, man, just let me know. But I think pretty much everybody on this list, mostly everybody would agree with that list. I would think if they've been following the team how I've been following the team. You know what I'm saying? So, we got Lester Cotton, Deion Jordan, Keelan Doss, David Sharp, DeAndre Washington, Denzel Good, Devi, Compton, Sieg, Carl Joseph, and Daniel Carson is the players I think we should look at keeping. The players that I'm 50-50 is Worley, Lawson, Burfict, Isaiah Crowell, and Morrow. My no list is Levitt, Cameron Hunt, Valoga, Curtis Riley, Rod Smith, Pierre Tomlinson, Peterman, Glennon, Dwayne Harris, Josh Morrow, Kyle Wilbur. So those are the Raider players, that I'm looking at. Now, let's get to the NFL free agents. Let's get to them. And I put these players because I think that they kind of can fit maybe with the Raiders. So I'm gonna start at quarterback, bro. And I'm just putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? Quarterback, we got Eli Manning, Teddy Bridgewater, maybe. We got Marcus Mariota. And we got Jameis Winston. I mean, great heart, but too many interceptions. I mean, that's the only thing about Winston that I don't like. He throw too many picks, but he don't never quit in the game, man. I mean, I done watched a couple of Tampa Bay games, and I mean, I see why he scored 30 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he don't never really get down on himself. I mean, he just keep throwing picks. I mean, that's just the only thing about Winston, bro. I'm just saying though, if he could cut down on them interceptions, he'll be a better quarterback. But only free agent quarterbacks that I'm looking at, bro, is Eli Manning, he would probably be a backup. He don't want to be a backup. Bridgewater, we're gonna have to pay him a whole bunch of money. And maybe Marcus Mariota if the Titans give up on him. Maybe. Running back, one name that stuck out to me if he don't get re-signed is Carlos Hyde from the Texans. If he don't get re-signed. After that, I don't really see no running backs. I'm looking at vets after that, maybe as a goal line back, red zone back, you know what I'm saying, short yardage back. Maybe Adrian Peterson, maybe Frank Gore. I mean, you might say they too old, but they will fit in perfect, though, helping Jacobs on the short yardage or red zone or goal line. Frank Gore or Adrian Peterson will be straight. You know what I'm saying? Veteran running backs who still got something left in the tank. If we want to go that direction. Them is the two players I'm looking at. I'm not going to get Melvin Gordon or Derrick Henry. I just doubt that we're going to have a chance to get either of them players, to be honest. So really the only running back I'm kind of looking at that will come in that's kind of young and got some size on him is probably Carlos Hyde. Now let's go to wide receiver. AJ Green is a question mark. Foot problems. We done dealt with too many receivers with foot problems. We already got a receiver on the roster with foot problems. Now, veteran receivers. I'm looking at Larry Fitzgerald or Emmanuel Sanders. I'm just saying. Larry Fitzgerald or Emmanuel Sanders for a veteran wide receiver. Now, these the two wide receivers that I think the Raiders should be looking at and picking up at least one of these wide receivers. Brashard Perryman from Tampa Bay, if he don't get signed, we need to look at him. Perryman. And Robbie Anderson from the Jets. We need to see what the Jets going to do with him. So, them two receivers, still young, and they got a lot of upside. So, out of all these, I would probably either go with Emmanuel Sanders as a vet or Perryman or Anderson, you know what I'm saying, as a free agent wide receiver that we should be looking at. So now let's go to the O-line. Got a couple of O-linemen too that we could look at. Some vets that can help step in because we know what I'm saying when we have injuries. We got Whitworth from the Rams. We got Bulaga from Green Bay. We also got Kyle Long. He out there. You know what I'm saying? He might be out there if he don't get re-signed. And also we got Jason Peters from the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Left tackle. So it's one guard, it's two guards. Wait, no, it's two left tackles, a right tackle, and a guard on my O line list. Whitworth, Bulaga, Kyle Long, and Peters. So now let's go to the defense right here, bruh. D line. Clowney, he gonna be available. I mean, he gonna want a lot of money, but I mean, we should at least just look. You know what I'm saying? We got Clowney, we got Everson Griffin. I think he probably gonna get re-signed, but we got Everson Griffin out there. We got Marcel Darius gonna be out there from Jacksonville. These three players probably gonna want big contracts, but they probably might get re-signed. But after that, another player that I think we should be looking at, three players that I think we should be looking at is Gerald McCoy, Anza, and Derek Wolfe. They play for the Broncos. You know what I'm saying? Them three. You know what I'm saying? If they available, we need to be looking at them. Maybe pick up one of them to help on the line for depth, purposes. Now we're gonna move to linebacker, man. It's kinda slim at linebacker, but I'm looking at Danny Trevathan. I mean, if we don't want to re-sign Vontaze Burfict, let's go get Danny Trevathan if he don't get signed back. Got a little bit more speed, real good on the blitz. That's the boy with the stop and go. Danny Trevathan, inside linebacker. Maybe A.J. Klein, outside linebacker. I think he played for the Saints. Or maybe Shaquille Barrett from Tampa Bay. They got all them. I think that was the dude got all them sacks this year. So he was playing a little bit of edge. I'm just saying, Shaquille Barrett maybe. And other than that, wasn't really no other linebackers that stuck out to me. So Trevathan, A.J. Klein, or maybe Shaquille Barrett. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's go to the cornerbacks. You got Jimmy Smith, a veteran. You got Logan Ryan, a veteran. I mean, you got Roby, Talib, and Chris Harris. I mean, I don't know how the Raider Nation feel about that, but I'm just saying. You got Ronald Darby from Philly. And we got Jason Verrett or maybe Eli Apple. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of stuck out to me a little bit. But Logan Ryan, I think, will be a good pickup. Maybe Darby. Maybe Jimmy Smith, depending on if he still got that speed. But those are the cornerbacks, free agent cornerbacks. Now, let's go to safety. Not too many safeties that I seen. I seen a lot of old safeties that was out there. And pretty much the only two that stuck out to me besides re-signing Carl Joseph or Trey Boston that played for Carolina. Kind of like how he played. I like his aggressiveness. Maybe Jimmy Ward from the Niners. If they don't keep him, maybe we could look at Jimmy Ward. I seen Tremont Williams, a couple other safeties out there, bruh. But these players pretty much the free agents that I think the Raiders should be looking at. Especially Carlos Hyde. Perriman, Anderson, maybe one of those linemen, maybe Gerald McCoy, Anza, Wolf, maybe Trevathan, maybe Jimmy Smith, Logan Ryan, maybe Darby, maybe Verrett, Jason Verrett, maybe Trey Boston, maybe Jimmy Ward. You know what I'm saying? So them is the NFL free agents, man, that I think the Raiders should be looking at, and the players that the Raiders should keep. I'm 50-50 split. Or we shouldn't keep. So let me know in the comment section, bro, out of all the players from the NFL free agents or just the players that you think the Raiders should keep. You know what I'm saying? Just let me know down in the comment section, bro, what y'all think, the Raiders should do. I mean, I think my list is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it took me a couple hours to kind of do some research and see what was what. So I think my list is pretty decent, pretty fair. You know what I'm saying? I think it's pretty fair. I mean, we got 11 keepers to 12 no's. We got 5 maybes. You know what I'm saying? We got at least one player at every position in the free agents that we could be looking at. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling pretty good about that. So look, man, I don't want to make this video too long. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. And if I was going a little bit too fast for you, man, hey, I wasn't trying to take all day. You know what I mean? I was just trying to give you some names, give you some folks to look at, see what the Raiders gonna do. So I done already done my due diligence on free agents. You know what I'm saying? I know who out there, who ain't out there, who up on the squad, who not up, who's still under contract, you know, who I think shouldn't come back, who might come back, and who should come back. So I think it was pretty in-depth. You know, I pretty much went through the whole roster. I mean, I didn't go through practice squad, but I mean, you know, whatever. So yeah, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. On Saturday, check out Hardcore Radio channel, man. We gonna do the show. Um, I think that the Violator is gonna be on this week. I'm not sure. I haven't got the time yet. So I'm gonna put something out on my page. You know what I'm saying? On my YouTube channel, I'm gonna put out a promo for it when we get everything all together. And I just hope y'all tune in, man. It's the last show, the year end show, and we're gonna talk about some of these players. I'm already ready. I already got some of my players that I want to talk about, and we're gonna talk about that. Couple other things, you know what I mean. Hopefully the Violator will be able to come on with us, and we'll just see what's up, bro. You know what I mean. So I think it's gonna be a good show. I don't know the time yet, but just stay tuned to your YouTube. And all my folks, I mean, that's in the chat room, the Raider chat room. I'm gonna send, you know what I'm saying, the promo out. I'm gonna send it out on Facebook. I'm gonna send it out on Instagram. Watch Raider on IG. Also Facebook.com/Watch Raider, and also here on YouTube. So hope everybody tune in for the show, man. I'm excited about it, man. I've never been on the show with the Violator. I've been closely linked with the Violator for a while, man. You know what I'm saying? I hit him up sometimes. He a cool dude, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was the first Raider fan that I ever recognized, man, from my childhood. So, Violator, man, he hold a special place with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just amazing, like how you know what I'm saying. I could talk to him though now. It's like as a kid, I looked up to him like that's the Violator. It's like now I'm like, damn, I'm on the same level as the Violator, like. You know what I mean? I'm in the Raider Nation like the Violator in the Raider Nation. You feel me? Like, it's just like, it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird. Like, I just never thought, you know what I'm saying? I would have like a talking relationship with the Violator. You know what I'm saying? Like we cool, you know what I mean? It's just weird, man. Just from being a humble little kid watching the Raiders, looking at the Violator, to now where I can send him messages, talk to him on Facebook, invite him to come on the show, talk football. And, I know he really proud of all the video makers, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube, representing the Raiders, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he proud of what we trying to do, with this show. And then, just how a lot of the Raider Nation, man, you know what I'm saying, got their own channels and expressing themselves about the Raiders. I think he really just kind of proud of all of us. That's why he, you know what I'm saying? Like when he see any of us or any of the Raider Nation out there, he be so happy. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he be knowing that, we got the heart for the Raiders like he got the heart for the Raiders. You feel what I'm saying? So I think he encouraged, the youngsters. I mean, because he way older. I just think he really cool about encouraging, the young Raider Nation to express themselves about the Raiders, because he was an example for me when I was young to be proud to be a Raider fan. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to just see his whole get up, all his gear, and just how dedicated he was. And that's what made me, want to be part of the Raiders more, just by the Violator. You know what I'm saying? Just by him being him. And I tell people this funny story. I always thought he played for the Raiders because he used to have the jersey. He got the jersey on. So I used to think he was actually number 57 for the Raiders until I found out that, what I'm saying, that's the costume, you know what I'm saying? But for a long time, I thought he played for the Raiders. I was like, wow, that boy played for the Raiders. Look, he got his own jersey. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, man. I didn't really know. But, hey, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. But tune in to the show, man, on Hardcore Raider channel, man. I haven't heard anything, otherwise. So pretty sure the Violator go get on with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? And everybody else on the show. And we gonna see what's up, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a good time, talk some football, talk some Oakland memories, maybe talk some LA memories. You know, just kind of look at this team moving forward to Vegas and all the stuff we just, we should be happy about, right, Nation? We good, bro. You know what I'm saying? We good. We got a bright future ahead of us. So let me get up off here, bro. Much love, much respect. And you already know. Raider Nation for life. I'm out.